Hello, CTV. I saw your thing on Instagram saying that you wanted to see people bake their bread and do their baking. And like I've mostly been focusing on crafting and making masks and watching YouTube recently, but let's make I could make some fresh bread for you. Let's go. Just FYI, it is like 10 o'clock at night when I am starting this process, so I'm probably not going to finish this until tomorrow morning. But I'm gonna start by getting all my ingredients out and doing the whole mise en place thing. Actually, today, fun fact, today I learned that the word for sheltering in place, or the phrase for sheltering in place is also mise en place. So today we're gonna mise en place and mise en place. I just realized I forgot to put sugar in that little mise en place thing here. But I also have, this is milk powder actually, which I'm using specifically because I know a lot of low-income people get the milk powder at food banks. And it's something that is relatively shelf stable and, can keep in a pandemic type situation. And it's really good because it adds a little bit of extra, richness to the bread. And I'm just sifting my flour here. I actually learned it. I have to finish talking before my water gets too hot, so I have it in the kettle. But I actually learned how to make bread in Team Vic. Which is a volunteer program for youth, and my sibling had the honor of doing it last year. I did it back before Harper stopped it, and now it's started back up again. So it's a really great program for youth. Turn off the kettle here before the water gets too hot and boils my yeast away. This is a skill that because we weren't allowed to buy bread, we had to make it. We had to make everything from scratch. The flour is sifted in here. I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's I don't know. There's yeast in here. There it is. There's the yeast, and there's sugar, and then some milk powder. I'm gonna add like a half a spoonful of the salt last, and the oil. But I'm gonna start getting the warm water. I'm not using hot water. I'm using warm water. I'm not really using any sort of measurements here. This is sort of just by eye, but you don't have to be precise. You can just use what you have. Adding the water like a little bit at a time, and then I'm going to mix it with I'm using a spatula. You can use a wooden spoon. And I'm going to add the oil at this point as well. Slowly adding more. Another thing I want to mention is, my shadow is getting in this camera here. You don't have to use all like bread flour. If you only have like so much bread flour and you have like a lot of, like, for example, I don't know, corn flour, you can do like a third of like oat flour or a third of like corn flour to sort of make your white flour last. And flour is something I've been seeing on the grocery section of delivery apps. A lot of restaurants are now offering, bags of flour. So this is a good way to make things last. The dough is starting to come together, if you can see. So I'm gonna roll this onto the surface. A lot of people like to flour the surface, but one thing I also like to do is I like to oil my hands, because then it keeps my hands from getting stuck to the dough, and it's a little bit easier to clean. I'm trying to get like a money shot of like me kneading dough here, but I'm kind of also trying to leave my phone against my phone here. Let's see if I can do this without my phone falling down. Nope, I can't. So I poured my last little bit of oil in the bowl to keep it from sticking. I'm gonna put some cling wrap over this and let it sit in a nice warm place overnight. And the dough actually feels nice and warm to the touch right now too, because I didn't boil my water, I just warmed it up in the kettle. It should feel like body temperature, and it should feel like a boobie right now, which is what it is. You can probably hear my brother not muttering in the background, but I'm going to set it on the back burner of my stove. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to shape these into buns. One sec. You can't really hear him over here. Okay, you can, so I'm going to leave that there overnight, let it rise, and tomorrow I'm going to shape it into buns because I got flour on my face. I actually planned to make burgers, but I don't have any buns. I was going to use just regular bread and, like, you know, YOLO it. But you know what? We're going to make burger buns. So we'll do that. We're just the next morning here, and you can see the bread has risen a lot overnight. I just woke up. I need to have some coffee first, and then we'll get on this thing. Okay, here I am trying to record this while having both hands shaking dough. Basically, you want to just like pinch it under. I have a little bowl of oil here and some wax and a pan with some wax paper on it. So I'm gonna dip my pinched bun and lay it on there, and we're gonna let it proof for another hour while I do some homeschooling here. Another thing I forgot to mention last night, I don't think I mentioned it last night anyway, is obviously each time before you handle the food, you know, wash your dang hands. Especially given the times. You know, so working with oil obviously helps the whole concept of washing with hands, but yeah, this is what the top should look like, nice and smooth. I pinch it under, dip it in oil so it doesn't stick. But between the wax paper and the oil, it should work. Pardon my dirty ass oven, but okay, so I have the buns on the top shelf. Excuse me. Excuse me again. And I laid out some dough flat for pizza, and this is just a container of oven safe container in water. I'm not going to turn the oven on yet. I'm going to let them proof for about an hour while we get some homework done, and I'm going to take that out, and then I'm going to bake the buns, and then I'm going to make the rest of lunch. I'm in full-blown cooking mode now, but you can see my buns are browning nicely. I have that water steaming and helps them rise. They're poofing up nice and big. I just threw my pizza in, and I got the burgers frying up there. Okay, so here are the burger buns done. I know they're done because I can't hear it over the machine, but there's like you flick them and there's like a hollow sound to them. Pizza's still going. I'm still working on the burger meat, but this is going to get the chance for this to cool so I can cut into them without squishing them. Okay. All right, my grocery delivery got here just in time. So I'm going to cut into one of these. It's nice, and you can hear the crackle. Oh yeah. And start plating them up. I don't know if you can see that. The steam coming off that nicely fresh baked bun. Okay, I kind of had this stacked kind of high, but there's my burger. I'm gonna dig in.